Hey y'all, Barley here, and today we're going to continue our Day in the Life series as we go from Mexico City to Cancun on leg 4. Now, our normal crews do this whole trip, so all 6 stops, 6 legs, in 10 hours. I'm going to be a little over that, but we're going to see if we can at least keep it under 14 so that we don't get fined. So, let's kick this pig. Alright, so inside, everybody's loaded, so we can start shutting doors and pulling things off. Ground power, that's good. That's it. That's not centered. Oh. Better. That's there. Good. Everything up here is off. We're good. So with that, let's get moving. We are going to try to hustle through our startup, pre-flight startup. So Mary, start the before start checklist.
Starting the before start checklist. Parking brake.
On.
3 gear pins.
On board and stowed. On board and stowed.
Circuit breakers.
In.
Battery switch.
Off.
External power.
Off.
Engine control knob.
Off.
Exterior lights.
Off.
Ice protection.
Off.
Landing gear lever.
Down.
Power management knob.
Takeoff.
Gust lock.
On.
Power levers.
Idle.
Condition levers.
Shut off.
Trim switches.
Center.
Tail prop.
Removed and on board.
Exterior doors.
Closed.
Pre-flight checks complete. I'll get our clearance.
Great. I'm still not happy with where it thinks I am.
Mexico clearance delivery Barley 01 IFR to Cancun, ready to copy.
Barley 01 is cleared to Cancun Airport as filed. Takeoff runway 23 left climb and maintain flight level 180. Departure frequency is 121 decimal for squawk 6772.
Barley 01 cleared to Cancun Airport as filed. Takeoff runway 23 left climb and maintain flight level 180. Departure on 121 decimal for squawk 6772.
Barley 01 read back correct. Contact ground on 121 decimal 85. Good day.
FMS now. Again, using the brief ATR import. Hit the button. There we go. Thought I did. I didn't. I hadn't. Alright. Our performance information in. He said 18,000 for transition. Put in. Station cruise is 19,000. Alternate. Cancun, 8,000. Zero fuel. 4, 4, 4, 5, 6. No, I did not just make up that number. Fuel on board. Survey says 2,900. Says 5,800 total. Of which our reserve is 957. Okay. Our trim in, and I've been Since the update, I found that 1/10 extra. They'd asked for 1. I'm going 1.1. Feels a little better. Otherwise, it feels like it just doesn't want to rotate. It doesn't want to come off the ground at rotation. So I want to go 1 extra. If that makes me feel better, we can. Ready, stand by. Lock the door. Well, that's done. Finish what we were working on. So 113 for rotation and 117 for V2. Average wind 279.21. Okay. 30-30. Set up. That's the takeoff page. Let's make sure our flight plan is to our liking. No, that's the end of the departure. Walmart 1A. That ends at Vixie. Yeah, and then starts ILS 12 right. All right, that looks good. On the takeoff page per company procedure, and now we need to get a few more things in here. Altitude, he gave us initially 18,000, so it seems like a lot, but airfield's at 7,300. I believe on the departure there's one spot where we got to go to, I think, 23,000. We'll look at it again in a bit. 18,000. And departure runway is 23, which is 235 for the heading. Scootate our bug around. .235. Okay, let's heading with LNAV armed, IIS with hold select arm. All our modes are good. That's all good. I believe we are done with all of that mess. All right. Let's finish the checklist.
Engine 1 fire protection test.
Complete.
MFC faults clear.
Check.
TLU.
Auto.
Landing gear indicators.
3 greens.
Exterior door indicators.
Off.
Fuel system test.
Complete.
Fuel pumps.
On.
Begin.
On.
Prop brake.
Ready.
DC generators.
Set.
Hydraulics.
On.
AC wild generators.
Set.
Ice protection.
Off.
No devices and fasten seat belt signs.
On.
Emergency lights.
Armed.
Annunciator test.
Complete.
Bleed air.
On. On.
O2 supply.
Off.
O2 pressure.
Good.
Compartment smoke test.
Perform.
Engine 2 fire protection test.
Complete.
Anti-skid fault light.
Off.
Stick pusher fault light.
Out.
Radar.
Standby.
FMS initialized.
Check.
Nav radios.
Set.
Departure heading and altitude.
Set.
Autopilot modes.
Set.
Speed target.
Auto.
Before start checks complete.
That's why we have a
Start
checklist.
engines.
Oh, just a second. Get myself adjusted here. I am just not feeling like I am. My view is where I'm used to having it. Okay. Now, yes. Okay.
Exterior door indicators.
Off.
Wheel chocks.
Off.
CDLS.
Locked.
PEC fault light.
Out.
EEC fault light.
Out.
Begin left engine start.
Fuel on.
Flight will be monitored
pressure
until
rising.
you land and shut down the engines.
Check.
Engine 1 starter.
Off.
ITT oil pressure and temps.
Check.
Engine start control.
Off.
External power off.
Check.
Generator 1.
On.
GPU disconnected.
Check.
Start number 2.
Fuel on.
Oil pressure rising.
Check.
Engine 2 starter.
Off.
Generator 2.
On.
Engine start control.
Off.
ITT oil pressure and temps.
Check.
Condition levers.
Auto.
Startup checks complete. Ready start pushback checklist. Nose wheel steering.
Off.
TRU.
On.
Ready to push back.
Request pushback.
Requesting pushback.
Warp this a little. He's slow. Eventually, I'll look into some sort of pushback thing. But, these little cart guys are slow. Alright. Continue.
Com door closed.
Check.
Prop brake.
Off.
Pitot heat.
Off.
Position, taxi, and strobe lights.
On.
Anti-skid test.
Check.
Transponder set and on.
Check.
Pushback checks complete. Should I start the before taxi list?
No, we're still going backwards. My dude here is pushing as fast as he can. Get off this page before we accidentally click something over here while in flight. Whatever. There we go. Performance numbers everywhere. 113. Alright. A little faster, my friend? Pushback right.
Requesting right pushback.
Nice clear day. Forecast shows nothing in our way getting to Cancun or Cozumel or Grand Cayman. All looks really good. Stop pushback.
Stopping pushback.
Continue.
Nose wheel steering.
On.
MFD to navigation mode.
Check.
Checklist complete. Starting before takeoff checklist. Brakes.
Check.
Cabin is set for takeoff.
Right. Check.
Rudder indicator.
Center.
Gust lock.
Off.
Flight controls.
Check those in a minute. Why are we moving more? to what she asked for. Free and correct.
Ground Barley
Flaps.
01 with Alpha ready to taxi IFR.
Barley 01 taxi to and hold short of runway 2 tree left using taxiway Lima Bravo Bravo, tree Echo Alpha 5 Delta Echo Delta. Contact tower on 118.7 when ready.
The taxi diagram.
Taxi to and hold short runway 2 tree left via taxiway Lima Bravo Bravo tree Echo Alpha 5 Delta Echo Delta Barley 01.
Okay, I think she said Alpha 5. Alpha 5 Delta. Okay, yeah. That makes sense. Got it. Oh. Lima to Bravo 3, Echo to Alpha 5, to Delta, to Echo to Delta, to the end. That puts us on 2-3 left. So she says. Alright. Repeat.
Flaps.
15.
Takeoff configuration test.
Check.
At the correct runway.
Well, soon. EB3 is to our left. Well, and not that soon. We have to cross the entire airport. Oh, you know what? Maybe I should put that on my checklist. I don't think I have. Oh, I sure don't. Well, you need... I was like, wow, the radios are really quiet for an airport that's supposed to be this busy, or is this busy, or is really busy, whichever thing I'm trying to say. Let's put some traffic in here, shall we? Otherwise, it's just the multiplayer stuff. Okay. It'll get more lively while we do this long taxi, I guess. Alright, so Bravo 3 to Echo. What is this?
Possible responses are check.
Yeah, I'll get to you in a minute. That Echo... This. What? Give me a sign. That's Joliet. Okay, so that's not ours. See, that should have a... That'd be nice if on either side. Or even painted. It's like, there's Alpha 1. What is that? It says this is Echo. That can't be Echo. That does not make sense. Yeah, Echo goes to the right, not straight. This is Bravo 3 here. And that's a runway. So we're going this way. Okay. Yeah, that sign's wrong. We'll find out in a second. There's something painted on the ground. Echo. Correct, I am.
Takeoff configuration test.
Oh, check.
At the correct runway.
Yes, I've been working on that. Impatience. Okay, so we are now... At least we're at the correct taxiway. Now we're going to have to cross this entire airport to answer your other question. My friend. But this this whole day in the life series has been quite an adventure. It's taken me more time to do it than I expected. Now, granted, I can't fly a 10-hour... Well, and a 10-hour flight time day is like a 12, 13-hour real day or more, depending on how many stops, right? But it surprised me, even doing them in separate sit-downs, how much time... Oh, this is Alpha 5, we do want this one. How much time it's taken. Granted, different than my other on-air. This is yet another on-air flight. I mean, it's why we fly. And Alpha fly. There's Delta right there. So turn on Delta. But in my normal on-air ones, I don't do all this taxiing. I always put the plane nearest to the end of the airport that's, you know, where I'm going to take off from. Here, I have to leave from the gate where I last arrived. So we have this long taxi. And I don't normally taxi all the way in, and I'm doing that. So that's, you know, that's whatever, 15, 20 minutes on the each end of every flight. And this is a long flight, 3.5 hours. So there will be more warpage. He says. Time is correct. I'll see if the progress bar actually works. I'm talking about the overlay. I'm going back and forth through several different overlays. I'm not really happy with any of them yet. This one shows the most information, but picky about when you connect to the simulator. Okay, fork in the road. Is there a sign for the fork in the road? That doesn't look like the right way, so we'll go to the right. What the heck? Sorry, family texting me odd numbers, and I don't even know what that's supposed to mean. What? These are the other things that make it very difficult to, like, chain all the flights together, is handling family things. Okay, I can deal with that later. Alright, and which way is what? Delta is to the right slight, so we will do a slight right. This signage is helpful. Some of the stuff back there right off of Lima wasn't so great. This isn't bad. Because now we just take Delta to the end, so I shouldn't have to look anything else up. He says. But anyway, yeah, it's just taken a lot longer than I had anticipated. I'm enjoying it. Having to do the whole thing, and I think I might even enjoy when I do the one for the Grand Cayman to the Bahamas, with stops in the Keys. I might add in something like GSX where it actually does the passenger turnover. The only thing is, since it's an on-air flight, I have to register the flight, which means you have to, you know, completely shut down, and to get new fuel, I haven't played with that yet, but I think I'm gonna have to, so that's where I'll have to kind of mess with things. If I was just simulating that, that'd be one thing, but because it has to tell on air that I've completed the cargo, and you have to complete the flight, and then I need to start a new flight with a new, you know, cargo and everything, I don't think I can just stay in the simulator and have GSX do the offloading and onloading without actually going out to the main menu and coming back in. I'll do some testing to see if that's possible. Maybe I'm overthinking it, but we'll see. But I think it would be cool to have some of that more immersion, you know, going for my goal of big immersion. And also I did some touch and goes to solve the reverser problem. You watch the last leg of this trip, you know, when we landed here. So you see these two green lights, or green indicators here, low pitch. So those wouldn't come on, and according to the landing procedures, those have to come on before you go to reverse. And they just didn't come on. Well, what I found out is, okay, that's what they broke. They didn't break the reversers. The props don't go to low pitch when you're in when you go to ground idle. Well, they do here, but not after you've landed. So, you know, we come back to flight idle to touchdown. As soon as we touch down, we move the levers into ground idle because the idle bridge moves out of the way, the idle gate. So we push back into ground idle. As soon as we go to ground idle, the prop should go to a low pitch. And as soon as those indicators say they have accomplished that, then you can use the reversers. Well, that's what I was waiting for, and it never happened. It used to happen before 1.0.8 for this aircraft. So I went and did some touch and goes, and I decided, you know what, maybe I'll just As soon as the nose gear comes down, I'll go to reverse. And sure enough, it'll go into reverse, even though those aren't illuminated. So we have reversers, but it doesn't follow the procedure. And let's see, while we're still on this super long taxi, let me see if I have the FCOM up somewhere. That's not an FCOM. I don't see... I will have... Oh, there it is. Stop for a second, because while I'm looking at this... Hold on. Okay, yeah. When touching down, act on the PL triggers. Those are basically triggers on the front of the power levers that you can go back into ground idle. Check and announce both low-pitch lights illuminated if that's the pilot not flying, so that the pilot can then use reverse. But this is what didn't happen and doesn't right now. So we just have to ignore that step. I keep trying to fly this exactly the way the manual states. And today we're going to do that tortuously. You know, on the last leg, I showed how the torque numbers are off. And I have reported that as a bug, and they kept it as a bug. They didn't turn it into a community help event. The torque numbers are low, so I was using max continuous to deal with that. We don't want Delta 1. We want to just stay on Delta. To deal with that, and this time I'm going to fly it exactly the way it's supposed to be. That way there's a video out there that shows, okay, I completed a flight, I did everything exactly the way it's supposed to, and yeah, the numbers are wrong, I guess. But I'm going to fly the plane the way you're supposed to, and leave out my max continuous hack. Not really a hack. You know what I mean? All right. Repeat. Repeat.
At the correct runway.
Let's see, we're looking for 23 left. That says 23 right. What? That says... we have disagreement. Okay. How would I have gotten to 23 right? I would have had to go across left to get to right. I did not cross a runway. I did not go any of these ways. I'm on Delta, and the little pink triangle even says so. Alright. We have a wrong sign. Check.
Takeoff clearance.
Yeah, that's your job. But yeah, okay, it says 23 right, and the signs on the ground say 23 left. The airport diagram says 23 left, so I'm going to go with that. Interesting. I don't think I've run into that before. The signs don't agree. And...
Mexico Tower Barley 01 ready for IFR departure runway 23 left.
Barley 01 altimeter tree 0 decimal tree 1 when calm. Cleared for takeoff runway 23 left.
Cleared for takeoff runway 23 left Barley 01.
Check.
Lead valves.
On.
Checklist complete.
Good for us. Now we are at altitude and we are heavy, so I may actually turn
takeoff checklist.
Turn off the bleed valves.
Lights.
On.
Runway is clear.
Okay, yes it is. Lined up. Take up. Even though these runways are very long, I think we can live without these for a little bit, or just a little extra power. Yes, I know. I turned it off. All right. Check.
Checklist complete.
We are taking off.
Takeoff power set.
Check.
Airspeed alive.
Oh, barely. Check. On, get up and go, girl. Even with the bleeder off.
70 knots cross check.
Check. $113 is our number. Long takeoff roll.
V1, rotate.
Come on.
Climb checklist.
Wow.
Positive rate.
Gear up.
Airborne time
Trim to
lock.
flight director.
Working on it. He did not want to get off the ground. Uh-oh. More climb in your step there.
Barley 01, contact Mexico.
Acceleration
departure
altitude.
121.4.
Speed 118.
Good day.
Check.
Yaw damper.
sing.
121 for Barley 01.
Don't sing.
On.
Mexico
Engines
departure
nominal.
Barley
Setting
01
power
is
to
at
climb
8,000
valves.
feet, climbing flight level 180.
Barley 01,
On.
Mexico departure.
Checklist
altimeter
complete.
30.1, continue to MX 504 as planned.
Acceleration performance not so great with this torque settings. This climb's gonna suck too.
Setting flaps 0.
Check.
Setting autopilot.
Check. Okay, let's check. We got gears up, flaps are up.
Barley 01, please expedite your climb flight level 180.
Yeah, I hear you. I wish I could. That's all she's got. And, that is... Well, I'll keep it in the, you know, as far as climb. We're going to get yelled at by ATC, so I'm going to at least put some more. Well, let's see how much it does, right? So we're sitting at what? 82% NP, that's where it should be. Torque is 78. So now, we get more torque if I push this up just below ramp. A little. Oh no, a lot. Aren't in ramp right. Right below ramp. That should help our climb performance a little. What? 5%, 6% more torque? There we go. We're not getting yelled at anymore anyway. And
10,000.
10,000. Let's get landing and strobes off. Or not strobes, taxi lights, and then not very bouncy. So they may play with stuff and start the line for the lavatory. All right, zoom out. Okay. Now let's remind ourselves. I know there's some point on this where we really got to climb. Oh yeah, we're fine as long as we're below 15,000. That's fine. Then we need to be below 22,000. That'll be fine. Oh no, we're not going there. We're going this way. Yeah, we're going to Ukano. So below 18.5, below 20,000. And then here's where we got to be above 20. And then above 23, Ovadi. There it is. I knew there was someplace we really had to We're really gonna have to push this bird. And we'll do it in the climb setting, but we'll do it with power levers at, what is that percentage? 85 or something? 85%. Normally you just leave it in the notch, but I couldn't have ATC kick me off my flight plan. Do I have them even? 1.5, 6.39 on each, or 639 on each. 45. Engines are nominal. I don't know how this torque is in the yellow. I don't. 81%. Well, then it's in the yellow. Because even with this, we're climbing at 700 feet a minute, and we should be 1,000 plus. Granted, we are a little heavy. We're a little heavy, but we're not above max tow by any set. We're payload was 15.7 of 16 something. We're at least 500 pounds below max MTOW. At least, like, that's a huge amount, but it's not like I have the plane maxed out or anything. I did remember to start tracking. You heard OnAir yell at us, right? Yes, we are tracking. This is an OnAir flight. Delivering people, 62 passengers, and 3,900 pounds of cargo. Okay, well, this will be the first place we warp. A little bit. Well, I guess I fibbed because I said I was going to try to keep this running the way you're supposed to fly it, but like I said, that was going to be painful. I mean, we're already at what, 600 feet per minute? Yeah. Let's see, we've been cleared. He forgets. 18,000. So let's go ahead and go to standard pressure. Cleared to flight level 180. There we go. And yeah, I know you can just punch this button and it goes to standard. I'm okay with just rotating it in, twisting it in, putting it in, inputting it. I'm okay with those things. But I'm getting happier and happier between SPAD.next and the checklist software of it really feeling like a multi-crew experience, which is more I want. I mean, the idea is to experience the plane the way a pilot flying would. Call-outs, her doing the flaps, and what else did she do? Oh, put the autopilot on when I wanted it.
Barley 01 climb and maintain flight level 200. Keep speed not above 250 knots.
That won't be a problem.
Climb and maintain flight level 200. Keep speed not above 250 knots. Barley 01.
We're still. every once in a while. Or I don't know if you can hear him where it goes.
Barley 01, contact Mexico Center on 125.1.
Oh, it's probably because we have it sped up one time.
125.1 Barley 01. Mexico Center Barley 01 is passing 16,300 feet, climbing flight level 200.
Barley 01 Mexico Center altimeter, tree 0.10, continue to Obani as planned. Barley 01 climb and maintain flight
There it
level
is.
230.
Climb and maintain flight
We're
level
way
230
behind the curve for that.
01.
Well, guess we're gonna have no choice. Just for whatever reason, you don't want to be below 23,000. I don't want to find out. That was a restriction, right? You had to be above 23,000, yeah. Don't want to find out why that's there. Just gonna do it. Try. I'm not gonna make it. Beautiful climb performance. Anything that high? I don't see any obstacles or reasons to be afeared, so. It was Ovadi, right?
180.
Check. Yeah, that's where we're supposed to be at 23,000. We're not even at 20,000 yet. But they're not yelling. I wonder why they... I mean, I'd be okay. I would... Nothing in here was that high. I wonder why they have that floor there. It's just nothing that high. Well, so much for trying to fly it exactly like you're supposed to. But then again, I guess if I was in that situation and I wasn't climbing fast enough, I would make that same decision. We're supposed to go into 23,000. Why are you stopping? See that blue number? 23,000? There you go. I just had to say it. That was weird. Why did it stumble at 20,000? Well, not even 20,000, but approaching it like it was gonna go to an alt hold. I'm watching you. Okay, so it's continuing to climb. Although we're gonna be off the departure by the time we get to this mystical 23,000 altitude. And I'm betting they're gonna tell me to drop down to 19,000 since that's our cruise. But other than that noise, not even gonna look up. I'm sure it's supposed to be more than that. I would expect it to be in the like 62, 63 somewhere torque. Alright, we already know from if you watch the video on the last leg, it's broke. Boy, ATC's been quiet. I hope they didn't die. Have they been saying stuff and I don't know it? No, that was the last instruction. so we're off to departure. Wow, taking his time, isn't it? Okay, so let's help speed.
Barley 01, please expedite your climb flight.
Yeah, I'm doing it. I had to teach this thing that it needed to keep climbing and decided to quit.
Barley 01, descend and maintain flight level 190.
How did I know?
Descend and maintain flight level 190 Barley 01.
There's 19,000. Throttle's back. This back into climb and then we'll go to cruise. Need all that power for descent. Okay, so now we should be able to put them back in the notch and then see what happens. Which will be slowing down, but for that I'm fine with that. And we could honestly set cruise here. We're at our cruise altitude. We're above our cruise speed because it's not going to hold that at all. Cruise. Start the cruise checklist.
Starting the cruise checklist. Power management knob.
Cruise.
Cabin pressure and temp.
Temp's good. Pressure's good. Check.
Arrival briefing.
Sure. Alright. Yeah, I should have had the pitot heat on during climb. I thought I had that on the checklist, but I apparently did not. So I forgot it. And she didn't remind me, so that should have been after takeoff. Yeah, it's not there. Okay. Put it on there. We didn't need them on the ground. It's hot, but up here it's not. Don't want to melt stuff. All right, well, added it to that checklist. Adjusted here for cruise. Repeat.
Arrival briefing.
Oh, that's right. I believe this is an RNAV arrival. Yes. Vomar 1A. 12 right. We'll be coming in. We'll have to climb to 20,000. And keep our speed below things that won't be any problem to keep our speed below. If we need it, there's a hold there. Hold it all Odlar. At 4,000 feet. Keep speed below 220 if we need it. Then we go to Vixie, which is our transition to... what I think will be this one because Vixie has a transition point. At 4,000, drop to 3,000, mandatory. 3,000. And then... at E529, that's where we start a... 3-degree glide slope. Will be our approach speed is around 120, so 637 feet per second. Minimums are 250. I'll set that now. We're not doing anything. There's no reason to wait. So we're going to be MDA. Hard to see with that glare in it. 50. We just need to set hers to MDA so that it stops blinking. Minimums are set. Let's see. Missed approach. Looks like a climbing left turn to 3,000. Go to Apmus. Turn left and climb. Apmus at 3,000. Okay. Check.
Checklist complete.
Alright, it's time to warp. I am hungry. I have a little coffee left and nothing to eat. May have to fix that long flight. Did I mess up my color filters? Oh, it's there. Just guess it's like... yeah, no, I didn't. My god, that's normal. That's what the simulator looks like normally. Yes, that's my filter. Okay. Or my filters. Just seeming kind of drab. I think maybe the haze. I don't know. We are out at our altitude. Things are going well. The engines are happy. long time before we get anywhere.
Barley 01, contact Mexico Center on 126.6. Good day.
2 hours
126.6 Barley 01.
by the clock, but
Mexico Center,
our clock's
Barley
going
01, flight
3
level
times fast.
190.
Barley 01, Mexico Center. Continue to Alua.
40 minutes or so. It's, let the view up for you. And then, I don't know if you guys are interested, but I may go through my factory stuff. I usually do on-air stuff in cruise. Don't really have any aviation news for a long cruise like this. Haven't had time to read up on it this morning just to see. I guess I could go look somewhere. I don't know if I have. Like Embraer sold another 8 E2 jets to Royal Jordanian Airlines. Miami is building a Pan Am era private terminal. What in the world? I want to see this. I'll share. Okay. You guys get all the ads too. Sorry, nothing I can do about it. Private terminal offering a polished experience. Huh. Very interesting. What does it cost for that experience? Well, getting one Atlanta, ATL, and DFW, MIA. I wonder what it. An interesting concept. Wonder what it costs to this. Okay, I'm gonna have to look into that further. Interesting. See, Any other interesting things?
Barley 01, contact Merida Center on 128.3. Good day.
128.3 Barley 01. Merida Center Barley 01 flight level 190.
Barley 01 Merida Center, continue to Westburg as planned.
About it. Usually with my morning coffee, I like to see what's going on in the GAN airline worlds. Not much. Well, I mean, that terminal thing was kind of cool. If you guys are enjoying this kind of day in the life thing, don't forget to give the video a like to let me know. These videos are getting watched quite a bit, so I can assume you like this approach. Full flight videos, the longer ones with warping. Of course, you can always give me a comment if you don't like the warping. I can get more videos out if on flights of, if the cruise is, I'll say, longer than an hour and a half, I'll probably get warp just so I can, get more videos up. It's been hard this week. I really do have a goal of a video about every 3 or 4 days, if not more often. But it's graduation season, and I have 2 graduates, so we are busy planning and doing and all of those things. Almost halfway across the bay. Now, if I can just keep the ATC from failing, and by that I mean just not where they don't talk and I have to go read it. But I am surprised at how very little traffic, because that did start, right? Oh, well,
Airwind 1100 climb and maintain flight level 330.
now it's going.
Polaris 126 climb and maintain flight level 350. Climb and maintain flight level 330. Airwind leases 1100. Climb and maintain flight level 350. Polaris 126.
I don't know if I'm going to get any interesting looks out of this. Maybe. A possible thumbnail. Lens flare, bloom. All the works. Definitely hazy. Where do I need to start? I know it's not for a bit, but there. Volmar, right? Volmar at 20,000. So we will eventually, at some point, be asked to climb to 20,000 and then descend. Volmar, Volmar, Volmar. There it is. Expecting to get there. 1712 with 10 pounds of fuel on board. These way down the list are always wrong.
On 125.2. Good day. Descend and maintain flight level 330 aero wind laces 1028.
I have 30-pound difference in my fuel. I have to fix that. Although 30 pounds really isn't enough to warrant messing with. No, I don't want that. Thank you.
Arrival briefing.
Good day.
Check.
Checklist complete.
125.2 for aero wind laces 1028. Polaris 126 descend and maintain flight
I don't see why. I'll keep an eye on it.
Descend and maintain flight level 350 Polaris 126.
1712. Well, that's not. That can't be an ETA. Oh, that's ETA. 17. Oh, that's our ETA for that.
Polaris
Wasn't it?
126 contact Meredith Center on 125.2. Good day. Going to 125.2 Polaris 126.
Omar. 2351. Thank you.
Barley 01 contact Meredith Center on 125.2. Good day.
About 20 minutes in real time. Oh, I didn't even look to see. Now, see that overlay, the progress bar isn't doing anything.
Barley 01. Merida Center, Barley
And the
01,
ETE,
flight level
neither.
190.
Yeah, it's so finicky. The only way to get it to do it.
Meredith Center, Polaris 5908, flight level 330. Polaris 5908, Meredith Center, continue to desk as planned. Aeromexico 823, you are 1,900 feet below your assigned altitude. Climb and maintain flight level 360. Climb and maintain flight level 360, Aeromexico 823. Polaris 5908, descend and maintain flight level 210. Descend and maintain flight level 210, Polaris 5908. Boeing 082 contact Meredith Center on 128.3. Good day.
That definitely didn't do it any good.
128.3, Boeing
Not off.
082.
Okay, so the only choice is to totally restart that or use a different.
Center Airwind laces 1100, flight level 330.
I just like it because it's configurable, but
Airwind laces
it's just not reliable.
Continue to desk as planned.
Oh, there. Okay.
Center Airwind laces
And now you have a progress bar, but
flight level
yeah, the fact that you have to restart it, and it's
Airwind laces
just not real clear when
continue to desk as planned.
you have to do that. Like just,
Airwind laces 1028, climb and maintain flight level.
I like the information that it has.
Climb and maintain flight level 330, Airwind laces 1028.
ET is about right. But just remember, we're moving along at 3 times SEM rate.
1100 descend and maintain flight level 210.
Right? Aren't we? Back in here.
Descend and maintain flight level 210. Airwind leases 1100.
Sure we're getting below maximum landing weight. We are. That won't be an issue.
Going to 128 decimal tree, Aeromexico 82 tree.
So with roughly 15-ish minutes, I think. Play in the world of on-air, and I have not had as much on-air time as I'm used to. Again, very busy graduation season stuff going on, but here's what I've done with the industry stuff so far. I have 2 factories. Wild Products Inc., which produces my... It's going to all be hunting camps. And it produces my pelts and meat. And then Barley's Fur and Fine Leather, where we process the pelts into fur and leather. I haven't decided if I'm going to do the smoked meats or not, but this one's sitting at Tampico, one of our hubs, and this is near it. Let's see if we can show that. Somehow, some way. What's the best way to show that? Does that show the map? I don't remember. Oh, okay. Yeah, sure. Send a... Okay. Yeah, you don't want to risk having it lose this flight, but so I didn't like that. Because this is the dashboard, so it should be able to go here. Okay.
Report them in sight.
Can I go that way? No, the factories are just not working. I don't have any other windows open.
You are tree 5 miles west.
Interesting.
Descend and maintain 1,000 feet. Expect ILS 1 runway 10 approach via Mike India Delta transition.
Okay.
Clear to Mike India Delta.
So let's talk through it since that makes a mess.
And maintain 2,000
So
feet.
this is where my hunting camp
And maintain 2,000 feet.
thing is. Although I can't open it because I can show you because it's not working. Let's see if I can go through from here. Okay, so I wanted to go to factories.
Decimal tree when inbound.
Yeah, okay, that's not working. Okay, so that's busted. It is a beta. That was working 2 hours ago. Okay, so normally you can go in here. And in there, you see how I was setting it up, but so there's a factory here, and it's completely... There's 2 hunting camps. There'll be a third, maybe more. And it's going to produce all our stuff because it had the best production out of all the camps I had put down. I decided to make that my production center because it's far from the airport, blah, blah, blah. And then I put another factory at Tampico, and that's going to be a processing factory. And it's going to turn, you know, meat and fur and pelts into other things. And then from here, we could fly it to maybe, you know, another factory that maybe at another airport that turns fur and leather into coats. I don't know. They haven't gone that far with it yet. That's my plan. So this is, I'm doing purpose-built factories. So instead of mixing everything together in one factory and trying to output a final good here, I'm just going to have this do as much meat and fur production as you can fit in a factory. A hunting camp. 9 of them. And then ship everything here to have it processed. And anything I just want to sell, I can just fly somewhere, like the raw meat. I might just sell the meat if I don't want to process it, if I just want to focus on fur. Because you can only have 3 factories.
Report them in sight.
So if I do 9 hunting camps here, that's 9 fur per day, and they process 2, I think, into 1, but I can't look at it because something's not working right. Yeah. So I can't look at the thing to tell you what it... That's going to be a website. That's not really where I want to go. Okay. Well, so much for doing that. Wonder what else is not working good today. really see anything from this view, but I don't want to risk losing my flight being tracked. Does it? Oh, good. So far, we haven't screwed anything up. That's not correct.
Boeing Echo Sierra Foxtrot descend and maintain.
Yeah, we're going to MMUN. That's whatever. It doesn't matter.
Descend and maintain 2,000 feet. Boeing Echo Sierra Foxtrot.
Yeah, I guess they got something going on, but we're going to MMUN Cancun with that's the alternate. It doesn't matter. Here. That way it'll know. Close. There we go. Anyway, okay, so tracking's going. We got all our stuff. Put that away before we hurt somebody. Not gonna risk a work order. Just too long a flight to have it not track it and have to do it all over again. Not to mention that my co-pilot and Rita in the back would both have spent the 3.5 hours and they're in warp, so they wouldn't be usable. So now I'd have a crewing issue. So yeah, no. Will not risk anything with that. What? No. Bunch of waypoints jumbled up together. What is the next waypoint? Vetri? Vomar, alright, we're getting close to Vomar, aren't we? 51. Yep. Got about 6 minutes. Alright, well, it's time to, we've already briefed the approach, so we're good there. So let the crew know that we are going to be doing, well, I mean, it's really 2350 and there'll be a climb any minute now, actually. 20. But we'll let them know to start preparing things for descent.
Flight level 230. Descend and maintain flight level 230 Polaris 126.
They can still play with their toys. For now. Yeah, these flights aren't too terribly long. When I'm flying by myself, I don't use warp. Because I enjoy being in cruise and, you know, I'll read some aviation news, I'll do work orders, but now that I'm recording all this for you guys,
Polaris 320 descend and maintain flight level 250. Descend and maintain flight level 250 Polaris 320.
we'll do work orders on the Cozumel to Cayman route leg. I don't know if I'm going to get that in today or not. I said if I jam all that together, then it'll be an extra day before I get it all edited and out. I'd like to get a video out for you guys today, and then maybe record more tomorrow and get a second one out Saturday. Before all the tasks that I'm going to be handed this weekend for incoming family come in. Because there will not be much free time.
Mexico 500 descend and maintain 17,000 feet. Polaris 320 descend and maintain flight level 190. Descend and maintain 17,000 feet, Aeromexico 500. Descend and maintain flight level 190, Polaris 320.
ask me to climb. Supposed to be above 20,000 for this. I think we can pick one notch of warp out of this. Not to make things happen too quickly. We are still learning the aircraft. I know one part of this we didn't do. Putting in the ILS and the VOR. This is based off of ILS is 10.7.
Checklist complete.
Thanks. I don't know what checklist you were working on, but glad it's complete. And there's the ILS. Okay. And this is on the 125 radial. Let's slow things down just a little bit, shall we? I think we will. Heading. Current heading. I have to do that first, but whatever, because I need to switch you. And switch you. Here. And then let's set our course. 125. Seeing a course nav. Still be showing it to me. Okay, well, I'll just do it by where the arrow is pointed. That's 125. All right, so we can put you. That's. Have the ILS loaded. I could have sworn it said that we needed to be above 20,000. Yeah, the chart did. Not on here though. Air just says below 28. Or no, below 280 speed. That's not a problem. And yeah, there are no restrictions here. Okay, let's go. Well, expecting them to need me to do something sometime. Or not. Okay, so after Vomar, at some point they're going to need us to come down to at least 11,000. Start the descent checklist.
Starting the descent checklist.
Barley 01
No
climb
devices and fasten seat belt signs.
Keep speed not above 280 knots.
There he is.
Climb and maintain flight level 200. Keep speed not above 280 knots. Barley 01.
Not navving.
Barley 01 descend and maintain flight level 190.
level 190 Barley 01.
All right. Repeat.
No devices and fasten sealed belt signs.
Let's get off of this. I need to watch speed a little bit, but barely see that switch. No, it's in there. On.
I have advised the cabin crew that we are about to descend.
Good. Slow down that much for that little bit of a descent. All right. Check.
Review landing elevation.
Check.
Brief the approach.
We did. Check.
Minimums.
Set.
Pitot heat.
Dead on for now. On. On.
Power management knob.
Aeromexico 50.
I need to go to takeoff as well.
Your assigned altitude.
Who?
Climb and maintain flight level 180 altimeter, 29er decimal.
He's not yelling at me. Not this time.
Frontier Flight 86, you are 1,800 feet below your assigned altitude. Climb and maintain flight level 350. Climb and maintain flight level 180 Aeromexico 500.
Approach speed's 113.
Climb and maintain flight level 350 Frontier Flight 86.
£20 difference. I'm not gonna fret it. That's good. Repeat.
Power management
Frontier
knob.
Flight 86 descend and maintain flight
We're
level
gonna wait till we
210.
start descent for that.
Descend and maintain flight level 210 Frontier Flight 86.
We're gonna get called down to 11,000 at some point, probably right after Aginix. So Agnix.
50 knots.
Descend and maintain 11,000 feet. Keep speed not above 250 knots. Barley 01.
Descent started. Minimums.
Set. Check.
Checklist complete.
Let's watch our speed.
Polaris 320 descend and maintain 17,000 feet. Aeromexico 500, you are 48 miles west. Maintain present heading and altitude. Expect NOR DME 1 runway 12 left approach via Charlie Uniform November transition. Clear to Charlie Uniform November.
Start the arrival checklist. Do I have an arrival checklist? I don't even remember. I think so. No, not ready for approach yet.
Descend and maintain 17,000 feet. Polaris 320. Polaris 320, you are 74 miles west. Descend and maintain 11,000 feet. Expect NOR DME 1 runway 12 left approach via Charlie Uniform November transition. Clear to Charlie Uniform November. Descend and maintain 3,000 feet. Expect NOR DME 1 runway 12 left approach via Charlie Uniform November transition. Clear to Charlie Uniform November. Polaris 320. Aeromexico 500 climb and maintain 13,000 feet. Descend and maintain 13,000 feet. Aeromexico 500. Aeromexico 500 descend and maintain 3,000 feet. Descend and maintain 3,000 feet. Aeromexico 500.
Oh. Yes, VNav line, I see you flashing, but if I follow you, I'll be busting an altitude call. Oh. Sorry. I gotta wait for him to tell us to drop to 4,000.
Frontier Flight 86 descend and maintain 11,000 feet. Aeromexico 500 contact Cancun approach on 123.2. Good day. Descend and maintain 11,000 feet. Frontier Flight 86. 123.2 Aeromexico 500.
I need to get to 4,000. Little help here. Ugh. Is he gonna wait for Vixie for 4,000? We're supposed to be there by Odlar. We didn't miss anything. No. Okay, okay. Oh, we have time. Start the approach checklist. Start the approach checklist.
Starting the approach checklist. Landing and taxi lights.
On.
Cabin pressure.
Check.
Fuel balance.
Just check that. Check.
The cabin is configured for landing.
Check.
Checklist complete.
I would like to be lower, please. Also, I'd have to live with the taxi lights off for a little bit because that's going to
Climb and
be
maintain flight
distracting.
level 230 Aero leases 1028.
They're going to make it really hard to get down to 4,000 if they wait too long.
Barley 01 descend and maintain 4,000 feet. Keep speed not above 220 knots. Frontier Flight 86, you are flight 2 miles northwest. Maintain present heading and altitude. Expect door DME 1 runway 12 left approach via Charlie Uniform November transition. Clear to Charlie Uniform November. Aero leases 1028, you are 71 miles west. Descend and maintain 13,000 feet. Expect door DME 1 runway 12 right approach via Charlie Uniform.
Those numbers are hard to see, ain't they?
Clear to Charlie Uniform November.
Descend and maintain 4,000 feet. Keep speed not above 220 knots. Barley 01.
Aero leases 1028, descend and maintain 5,000 feet.
Okay, so from here it's Vixie,
And maintain 3,000 feet.
and then we need to be configured by
Maintain present heading and altitude. Expect door DME
528,
12 left approach via Charlie Uniform
Start
November
it, Dixie.
transition. Clear to Charlie Uniform November Frontier Flight 86. Barley 01, contact Cancun approach on 122.7. Good day.
122.7 for Barley 01.
Descend and maintain 3,000 feet. Aero Republic at 7408.
Cancun approach Barley 01 is at 9,100 feet, descending 4,000 feet.
Barley 01 Cancun approach altimeter 29.9. Continue to Adler as planned.
2991. Got it.
Barley 01, your tree 1 miles northwest. Maintain present heading and altitude. Expect ILS tree runway 12 right approach via Vixie transition. Cleared to Vixie.
Maintain present heading and altitude. Expect ILS tree runway 12 right approach via Vixie transition. Clear to Vixie Barley 01.
All right. Cleared to Vixie. Right. Start.
Setting flaps 15.
Check.
Barley 01 descend and maintain 2,000 feet.
Okay.
Descend and maintain 2,000 feet. Barley 01.
Cancun approach Polaris tree 20 is passing 9,500 feet, descending 3,000 feet. Polaris tree 20 Cancun approach altimeter 29.9. Continue to Charlie Uniform November as planned.
flashing. Alright. Go ahead and finish our landing configuration.
Speed 160. Landing gear.
Yeah, just a second. Just hit stay under 160.
Aero Republic is 7408 descend and maintain 2,000 feet.
Alright, we have an ILS.
And flaps 15.
Localizer.
Maintain 2,000 feet. Aero Republic is 7408.
Right. Now I just need our last notch of flaps.
Setting flaps 30.
Thank you.
Three greens and flaps full.
Thank you. Check. Start the before landing checklist.
Starting the before landing checklist.
7408, you are 4
Landing
miles
gear.
northwest of Cancun. Contact
Down.
Cancun Tower on
Flaps.
118.11
Full.
inbound.
Power management knob.
Takeoff.
TLU low speed illuminated.
Check.
Cabin pressure.
Check.
Checklist
Tower on
complete.
118.1 Aero Republic is 7408.
Glide slope yet. Now, I don't even think it's the right thing as far as.
Barley 01, you are 16 miles northwest of Cancun. Contact Cancun Tower on 118.6 when inbound.
Tower on 118.6 Barley 01. Cancun Tower Barley 0115 miles northwest inbound ILS tree runway 12 right approach.
Barley 01 Cancun Tower.
Yeah, it doesn't even have the localizer yet.
Wind calm, cleared ILS, tree runway, 12 right approach.
Cleared ILS tree runway 12 right approach Barley 01.
Guess I could have waited to configure a little longer then. That's okay. Rather be ready too soon than too late. I should. This feels weird. Here, we're supposed to be at 3,000 why, so it's going to take a while to get to that glide slope since they took us down to 2. Okay, it's got the localizer. Now we're just waiting for glide slope and then we'll have our full approach configuration. much speed. There comes the glide slope.
Really hard to see, but there's a little diamond in there somewhere.
Yeah, they shouldn't have had us come down to 2,000. Gives me less time for a stabilized approach. Should have been at 3, grab the glide slope, and then sail it in. Microsoft's ATC. We're gonna have to catch a glide slope really close. It's slowly coming down. Cleared for the right one way, right? All right. Make sure. Oh, I pulled the wrong one. That's the wrong ILS. Crap. Okay, that tells me a lot, but that's okay. I can see the runway. So we'll just move over to the correct runway. Well, there's a Barley for you. Pulled the wrong approach chart. Hear ya. Oh, it's not that bad. Yep, did not double check that. We'll move over to 12 right now. I don't have time to. And I don't need the ILS. I would just have to go around. I mean, if I hadn't been able to see the runway, I would have just gone around and fixed myself. Although ATC probably would have yelled, "You're not lined up for this," but we will be now. We can start a descent. Faster. Get out of my way.
Barley 01, wind calm, clear to land runway 12 right.
Definitely better to make mistakes in a simulator.
Clear to land runway 12 right, Barley 01.
I am fast. Fix both problems.
Wind 120 at 5 knots.
500.
Cancun Tower airline leases 10287 miles west inbound 4 DME, 1 runway, 12 right approach. Airline leases 1028 Cancun Tower.
Approaching minimum.
Altimeter 29er.901, wind calm, cleared VOR DME, 1 runway, 12 right approach.
Minimum.
Cleared VOR DME, 1 runway, 12 right approach, airline leases
Continuing.
1028.
Let's see if I.
Airline leases 1028, follow the aircraft on short final.
50.
Wind calm clear to land runway, 12 right.
20. 10.
Clear to land runway,
Better.
1028.
Nose down. Forget the low pitch stuff. Just hit the reversers.
Forty knots.
Barley 0
Reversers out.
turn next taxiway.
All right.
Starting after landing checklist.
Barley 01,
Flaps
contact
0.
ground.
Check.
121.7.
Trims reset.
Set. Check.
121.7 Barley 01.
On.
Landing and strobe lights.
Okay. No brakes. No brakes. Why am I losing? I lost my brakes. Okay, well, that means we lost hydraulic power. Hit the parking brake. Emergency brake. What happened there? We're out of reversers. Huh. See. Condition still in auto. What is going on here? Got a fault on the AC bus. Don't know why. Low pressure on the hydraulics, which is what caused the brakes to. Anti-ice. The thing I have on is this, and that should matter. Okay. Yeah, and the rest of it I'm aware of. I just don't know.
Airline leases 102.
Alright, we're on takeoff.
Ground on 121.0.
Wow, and it's like super stuttery. Something's.
121.0.
I don't need my navigation display anymore.
1028.
Is it mad that I use the reversers even though I didn't have low pitch lights? I tested that. B. Okay. Starts on. Okay, so is the idle gate not doing something? Is it, well, it doesn't matter. Ground idle's fine. We're at ground idle. What in the heck? Yeah, some reason at ground idle we're not producing enough RPMs to handle the hydraulics. I mean, that's on, right? Yeah, that's on. I don't have anything else chewing up power. Oh, well, this turned off. Oh, because, yeah, the wilds went down. Because there's not enough RPM. But you shouldn't have to run around with it in the green just to get hydro. Really? Okay, that's broken. Barley finds another one. Why? What setting would make that happen? Why do I have to have it? Why can't I be at ground idle? With the throttles, with the condition levers. I'm gonna try this. No. Okay. Well, we're obviously going to need to keep this with enough RPMs going so that we have hydraulics. But troubleshot, and we will be able to get to a gate or something, so we have to keep it at least there. Why, I don't know. I've never had to do that with this plane before. And I honestly, there's nothing up here that's different. I don't need the TRU now, so let's turn that off. Let's turn off things we don't need. Flaps are up. We could get a little more light in here. Maybe. There we go. Okay. Well, gang, never ceases to be a Barley flight, right? Never, never, never. If it just went normal, it'd be somebody else's videos. I really... Okay, so, things we don't need. We never even use the radar. Doesn't want to be turned off. Transponder, I guess. Let's just go for RMS.
Start engine timer.
Thanks. We're well past that. We had too many other problems. Just once. Stand by. Okay. That's off. Alright. Check. Check.
Radar.
Off.
Transponder.
Off.
Pitot heat.
Off.
Taxi clearance.
Not yet. I don't think. Did you get it? I was a little busy. Let's see. Cancun ground. Here they told us 121.7. Okay. Let's go to the gates and then let maintenance have at this plane.
01 taxi to the gate.
Barley 01 taxi to gate Sierra 7 via taxiway Charlie 6 Charlie Bravo 12. Cancun
Sierra 7.
126 request taxi to the gate.
We're gonna go
Polaris 126 taxi to General
Charlie 6 Charlie B12. So here left
Bravo 4 Bravo Bravo 4 Bravo.
12. 12. That's it. So right there.
Taxi
Okay.
to gate Sierra 7 via taxiway Charlie 6 Charlie Bravo 12 Barley 01.
Parking off. Test brakes. Okay, brakes are good.
General aviation parking via
Put
taxiway.
our taxi lights on.
1 Bravo 4 Bravo.
Wow.
Polaris 126.
Okay, and this is, do we have a sign anywhere to tell me this is, I'm sure it is. I'm just going to be confident about it. Can't really read that. I'm going to guess this is Charlie. I think it is. I remember right, Bravo is like over here on the apron. Charlie. Confirmed. Ooh, wasn't that exciting, gang? Pulled into a taxi and didn't have any brakes. You're wondering how I knew the hydraulics had gone south. That's weird. And they're all happy now. I'm at ground idle, and it's fine. Oh, no, I'm not. No. No, let's not do that. We're not going to play that game until we get to Bravo 12. I don't know what that was. I don't know if it was mad because I used the reversers, even though low pitch wasn't illuminated, but that doesn't work, so I can't really read any of these pavement signs. I think I remember where Sierra 7 is from our when we were here this morning. Episode 2? 1? Don't remember. But we made it. In the usual Barley style, I think this is it. Found it last time by reading. I'll read this, and it said Sierra 1, Sierra 7. Yes, this is it. Follow the green lights. No, don't go low because I won't have brakes or anything. Used to pull them back to flight idle for, or ground idle for everything. And Sierra 7 is the first one, if I remember right. Anybody over there? Hope somebody from maintenance. Did you call them, Mary? I'll keep both engines going until we actually park. Sierra 7, confirmed. And there's... What am I seeing? I don't know, but I don't see a person. I see a blue something. What is that? Is that a... Okay, so there's a bunch of equipment here. But nobody to park me. Okay, beautiful. Big old tug. Yeah, okay, well, we'll just pull up to right about here. Call it a day. Okay, so now I'm putting them back to ground idle. Let's see if we lose all that stuff. Parking brake first. Yep. That is strange. That is strange. Alright, so let's just feather them both. We're not going to be on hotel because they're going to have to come look at this plane. Oh, that'll be a delay. Okay, let's set some lights. Beacon. Kill one. What else can we turn off? I think that's... we don't need... Okay. One stopped yet? One has stopped. Let's get we'll kill everything. Let's get them to bring in a GPU. Or I may just, because we need to let the people off. And power unit. We're not staying in hotel mode. It's for sure. Okay. That on. Both generators. Now we can kill. Everything's off except for the beacon.
Engine off, time logged. The flight is finished. It has been monitored by OnAir.
Wheel chocks. Open the doors on the left side, and I can get the tail prop out. Put that where it goes. There's the right engine to stop. That is stopped. Okay, so open the service door. All the doors are open. Now we can start. And the tail prop is down, so we can release the horde. Well, these switches are hard to see. These two right here. Let's arm that. Holy crap, we don't need the fuel pumps anymore. Generators are off. Turn that off. Let maintenance deal with that. I am flying it again until that's fixed. Wow. Okay, excitement. Well, thanks for flying on Barley. And we're going to get this thing turned around and then head for Cozumel, which is a very quick flight. If you did the second leg of this trip with us, you know that already. As for me, Barley out.